Hey guys, it's me, Autumn. I am going to show you how to use Shrink-a-Dink. In your kit, I supply 2 pieces of Shrink-a-Dink this size. There are 2 different sides to this. There's a smooth side and there's a side that's been sanded down. And the side that you're going to want to use is the side that's sanded down for colored pencils. I also supplied colored pencils for you to use on your Shrink-a-Dink. You can use a variety of different types of art supplies. You can use Sharpies or any other permanent markers. You can use crayons and you can use colored pencils, obviously. This is one that I made. It's a little sample. You make a little keychain, and there's going to be enough to make 2 keychains. So I'll provide these two little keychains like this. But you'll have enough Shrink-a-Dink to make 4 different projects this size. You could make them smaller if you wanted to, but you have enough to make 4 this size. This is one of these sheets cut in half. So I'll do that now. I'll carefully cut it in half. When you cut it, if you're not careful and you can easily rip it. So if you don't trust yourself and you want some help, get an adult to help you. But as long as you're careful, I think you can do it. I'm going to curve that corner just a little bit. Cut that really crooked. All right. So I'm going to show you how to do this that's supposed to look like a piece of paper, and you wrote a note for your mom so that she can keep it free with her forever on her keys. So with colored pencils, you have to do it on this part that's sanded, so it's a little bit rougher. This side is smooth. So all you do is you get a piece of notebook paper, you put your Shrink-a-Dink on there, and you get the colored pencil to match the colors, and you just trace. You're going to want to color hard. It is still going to be pretty light, so you can barely see it. But once you bake it, it gets darker. And you can't really see it too good in the camera, but in real life you can see it better. So I'm actually going to skip every other blue line because it's going to shrink. You don't have to do this project, but me as a mom, I would love a keychain with a little note from my children. So think about what you want to write on your note. It doesn't have to be an essay, just something short and sweet and to the point. Okay, and then I got a red, and I'm going to do this red line right here. And then I'm going to get the black, and I'm just going to write, I love you. And then why not? I'm going to do a little kitty cat. Okay, now you're going to need hole punches, a hole punch. You can use a handheld hole punch, or you can get a 3-hole punch. But I'm just going to put them in because I'm pretending like this is a miniature piece of notebook paper. So I'm just going to put them in place right there. And now for the fun part. And not only is this the fun part, you need an adult because we're about to bake it. So go grab an adult, preferably not your mom because you're making this for your mom. So I have it in the toaster oven on a piece of paper, and you're going to want to watch this because not only is it fun, but it happens pretty fast. So I have it in here. It doesn't take too long. I'm going to supply the directions on how high to set the oven and all that kind of stuff. But what you're waiting for is for it to do a dance, basically. It goes all crazy inside of the toaster oven once it hits the right temperature, and it'll go flip-flopping all over the place, and there it goes. Can you see it? There it goes. It's going crazy. And so this is a lot of fun to watch. It goes crazy like this, and then it'll eventually settle down and lay completely flat. And so when it lays completely flat, that's when you'll take it out of the toaster oven or oven. If you don't have a toaster oven, a real oven will work. And you can do more than one at a time in the real oven. So it's almost settled down. And when it does settle down completely and lay completely flat, that's when you take it out. But preferably your dad or an adult. And you're going to want to wait for it to be completely cool before you move on to the next step. So there it is. It is just out of the oven and it's still too hot to touch, so I'm not going to mess with it. And once it cools off completely, then I'll add the keychain to it. And you'll probably want your dad's help for that as well. Okay, so here we go. It's nice and cool. You can also see that all the colors that you drew have gotten a lot darker. And so here we go. I'm going to show you how to do this part. So you just take this little ring and slide it through the hole. And then you're going to take this ring, the bottom one, and slide it onto there. And then preferably some needle nose pliers. These are actually specifically for jewelry, but needle nose pliers will work. Real pliers will work too. And then you just push it together. Simple as that. And then bam, you've got a keychain. And bam, look at my old lady hands. This is what happens when you wash your hands a gazillion times. So you guys need to be washing your hands until they look like this too. I'm not really this old. I'm not a 90-year-old woman. I'm not going to tell you how old I actually am. But there you go. Wash your hands. Stay safe. Enjoy making Shrink-a-Dink. You should be able to make 4 Shrink-a-Dink from this package. But 2 keychains. 2 keychains. And then 2 that you can put a hole in and like make a little necklace. Or you can make it so that 2 of them fit onto 1 keychain. It's up to you. Stay safe. Have fun. Bye, guys.